Welcome back to another episode of Toon Talk TV, the top animated podcast on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, be sure and like, follow, and subscribe. Go check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/wearethetelevision. Behind the scenes stuff, music, mugs, merch. It's all there. It's all neatly packaged for you. Got an excellent show on the way. No fluff this time. Let's just fucking dive into this one.
Get
Bob,
in
you selected this. Why don't you fucking take it away?
I will. So this week we've selected Vegeversary by Sarah Mae Schmidt. Sarah Mae Schmidt is from Chicago, along with us. We're all from Chicago. We don't know her personally, but I mean, we'd love to get to know her. If you want to come on for a Toon Talk, let's talk. But so Sarah is also known as Sunshine Mall in her works with collaborating with Ian Ballantine. I think I'm correct that pronouncing that correctly. Ballantine. So Vegeversary. We've seen this one before. It popped up on YouTube like I don't know 2 weeks ago, but we have seen this before earlier in the year.
We saw like a year ago.
Right.
Was it a year ago? We saw it at Short Fest.
Yes,
Almost,
we did.
yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did. So this was a cool one. We saw this one at Short Fest, and it hadn't existed online until about 2 weeks ago. So this is about a rabbit whose friends take her on a meat bender to celebrate her vegan anniversary, indulging in the kinds of foods that she avoids all year long.
Dude, question about that. Is that a thing? Do vegans fucking do that?
It's about to start, dude.
It seems like a wild thing. Like, why would any vegan do that?
I got a story about that. Because we used to hang out with a girl who, well, there's two stories. She was a vegan or maybe vegetarian but either way, she wasn't eating meat. And, we would go to like every day after high school, we would just hang out, like us and our friends would just hang out at McDonald's. I don't know why we did it, but we would go to the parking lot, buy some cheeseburgers, and then sit there for hours.
Normal kid shit, you know?
Yeah. And, but she couldn't eat meat. So what she would get would be a cheeseburger without the patty. It's a cheese sandwich, pretty much.
What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that?
No, well, you're paying. I don't know. It just
we were paying $1 at the time.
I guess. But still, it doesn't seem worth it to me. But and then after a while, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna eat meat again." She ate meat again, and she like immediately got so sick,
violently
it's
sick.
Not like
it's
violent.
It wasn't
like
okay.
Your body doesn't like accept the meat. So if vegans do this, that's insane.
Exactly.
That's like
I was thinking that like you can't just go all year not eating meat and then decide to have a blowout like that. I mean,
a bender.
But it was hilarious. I mean, I would like to hear her take behind it, or maybe it was just a funny like. Yeah. I don't know.
I would love to hear the background behind that too. I think part of the allure to this piece is just how much personality it has in it. I think it's filled.
Totally.
It oozes with personality and style. And I think that is a common thing in Sarah's work. If you look at any of her other work, other people might know her from she had a short on Adult Swim Smalls called Gassy's Gas and Stuff. So people may know them by that.
Very similar style.
Yeah. To what?
Super colorful.
To that other
shorts. Both shorts. Sure. Yeah. What I love about this style is there's so much like stretching of perspective to make like a really good shot. It's just weird. Like if four people are sitting at a table together, it's hard to get all those people in the shot. But the way she composes that like picture, it's just like so unique. Like she's like molding these perspectives and making it look super cool.
I totally agree with that. From someone who does sound, even I feel like that's another awesome thing that she does with her work. Like first of all, the soundtrack. The soundtrack is cool as hell. It uses a lot of so Sarah's from Columbus, Ohio. It feels like a lot of
What?
people are from
All
Ohio.
these fucking
Yes.
people
I
are
know,
from Ohio. Yeah.
I know. A lot of good animator people are from
Yeah.
people in the
What is
animation
that?
industry. I don't know, but so she's from Ohio, currently in Chicago. But a lot of these bands that are in this video, Vegeversary, which include Dana, Kneeling and Piss, the Sonderbombs. Those are all local Ohio bands, which I thought was a really cool touch. I think that
That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
I think that goes to show. I think it's better if you put some of these underground bands from your hometown into your pieces of work. I think it does more than just elevates it. I think it gives so much more personality to your work. So
And it's like your own voice too. It feels
Exactly,
like
exactly.
the
These are
people,
people I listen to.
where you're
Exactly.
coming from. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So first of all, the choice of music, fantastic. Secondly, there are no like there's no dialogue in this. There's one word at the end. There's one
Yeah.
word at the end, and I feel like that is such a smart use of audio. A lot of people do this so they don't have to get voice actors, don't have to deal with other people in their short film.
Acting is hard too.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just
You can't fake it.
we've tried this so many times where it's like we're animators, but it's like, well, we need actors too. Well, I guess we'll just fill those roles, and you can't really do that all the time. Like actors are a profession
actors
for a reason.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
People take them for granted because they're just like, I mean, anyone can say a few words. It's much more than that. It's so much more than that. So outside of all that, especially if she's a vegan, she draws food very well and made
Yeah.
me hungry. This made me hungry
Yeah.
for meat. Were you guys hungry for meat after this one?
Bobby eating the meat though. Bobby
man.
eating the meat.
Bobby eating
Maybe
the
she's
meat.
vegan. Maybe she's vegan and misses meat so much that she just wanted to draw
It's like
all those delicious looking things.
Food
you know?
porn, dude.
Yeah.
Food porn.
It is
Yeah,
food
yeah.
porn. How about
Yeah.
how about that hot dog? There's like a point in it where it's just like
Yes.
a hot dog coming together. That could be that tells me, okay, you have lived in Chicago. This is
Yeah.
a beautiful piece of art that I
Yeah.
feel like it was awesome. But why don't we ever go on a meat bender? That's something I think the boys
I've
should
done
do.
it.
Be my yeah.
You've
You
done
should.
it.
When I moved out to LA for just a little bit, one of my first friends, he was a coworker, was saying, "Hey, we're going out tonight. We're gonna do." I forget what he called it. It was like I don't know, but he was a bodybuilder. So,
Okay.
like, what he would do he would just fucking eat as much shit as he can and then go work out. So his idea of a good time was going to like 5 restaurants and eating a meal, and then like instead of like what we would do would be like, let's go to a bar or two. His idea of fun was let's go to 5 restaurants and eat.
Pounding
That's my
meat.
favorite. That's my idea.
And I mean, I didn't know what I was in. Like, I started eating the first meal, and then the guy, he's like, "Are you ready to go to the next one?" I'm like, well, like another restaurant? I'm like, "We just ate a lot." He's like, "Yeah, I know." And then
Dude,
I'm like, "What?"
You're
Okay.
You're a little twig,
Yeah.
and he's just jacked.
Dude, you should have seen Fred when he got back from LA, man. He was I thought he had cancer. Dude.
Oh my God. No.
He needed to
Opposite
eat.
of yoked.
He didn't eat anything out there.
No.
He was just fucking
No.
pen in hand, drawing the
It
entire
was
time
hot. No,
in
it
a
was hot,
cage.
dude.
In a
It
cage,
was
they were
hot out
whipping
there.
him.
I was sweating.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
No.
So there's one thing for this tune specifically. I was a fan of the different camera angles. There's sometimes where it's like through her mouth and you see her shoveling food in, or her POV perspective, like cutting a steak, something like that. I love the different switches in camera angles. But back to your question, Bob, if you specifically had to pick 4 meats to consume back to back to back to back, what would the 4 be? Fred, same question to you.
Oh, I like this one. First of all, it's going to be dry rub pig ribs, baby. First of all.
Okay. Yeah.
Second, it's going to be some sort of steak. I don't know if I want a fillet.
Okay.
Probably a fillet, because I don't think too much. If you got to keep the long run in mind. I don't want to fill up on a full ribeye or whatever if we're gonna keep going. The next one, I think a hot dog. Yeah, I need a full beef, 100% hot dog smothered in onions, baby. Then for the last one, let's see. It needs to be a meat dessert almost.
Almost.
What are we thinking for a meat dessert?
Like candied bacon.
Candied bacon. I love it.
Yeah.
Fred,
What about you,
Oh,
Fred?
God,
What
I'm
four
just
are you
thinking
taking
about
down?
like the terrible time I'm gonna have on the toilet after what you just said, dude. I'm trying to keep it in the same like meat like style of meal. I saw one guy just on YouTube do some eating challenge at a barbecue spot where they just had a platter of like 100 pounds of meat. Like it was just too much. But
little mouse
your little
boner,
mouse
dude.
boner, dude. But I think I would keep it all like barbecue, you know, like let's do
Okay.
pork. Like
Yeah.
like when you start off with the pig ribs, that was nice, and then just go into like
Dino bone,
brisket, beef, yeah, like chicken,
Hot links.
Oh
like
yeah,
sausage
oh
links.
yeah,
man.
dude, that
Okay,
sounds
okay.
delicious.
Mick.
How about you, Mick?
Mick's starting with a nice rotisserie duck, dude. Slicing up that duck,
Fancy,
eating that.
foie gras.
Then he's going then he's going to some beef ribs, dude. Fall off the bone beef ribs. Just gnawing on those bad boys. Then he's doing a tray of bacon. Just a tray of bacon, scarfing that down. And then for the little kiss that resistance, he's doing a little tartar nuggets, dude. Just a little tartar. on there.
Finishing it
Little-
off with
finishing
tartar.
dude.
You've thought about this
Whoa.
before. I could tell you've
I
thought
have.
about this before.
I have. Yeah.
Oh man, I want tartar now.
Mm.
Tartar sounds good.
Okay, so so honestly, for there's one last thing I want to bring up with this one. I think Sarah had a very smart way of releasing this animation. I think that people that are not part of a I don't know, a bigger entity, if people are just DIY releasing animations on YouTube themselves, this is a very smart model to follow. You got to wait sometimes. Sometimes you got to market your creation. You put a lot of work into these shorts and animations. It's better to not just, I guess, blow your load by just plopping it on YouTube and hoping people see it. Because you know what? A lot of the times you're discouraged by that. You get a few views and you're like, why am I not famous yet? Why has everybody not seen this yet? And it's because you didn't market it smartly. So I think what Sarah did was smart. She took Vegeversary and ran it through a festival circuit. If you look in the description of which we will put down in the description of this YouTube animation, you'll see all the festivals that this was a selection that was part of. That it was nominated for, any awards that it may have gotten from it. And I'm sure there's plenty of festivals that she sent this out to that maybe it wasn't part of. I don't know. You don't have to you don't have to get it on every festival, but at least try to put your animation out in places where people will see it and then bring it to YouTube and make it public for everybody. But by doing this, you build anticipation for your short. And I think that is a smart idea.
Well, even just from our perspective, like we saw the short at an actual festival, and then if I was to be like, hey, that one was really cool, and then go look it up, there'd be nowhere to find it, which almost makes it more desirable. Like it sits in my head, like, holy shit, like what happened to that one? And then when it came out, I was like, oh, fucking sweet. Like, let's watch this. And it was even cooler than I remembered it.
Absolutely.
That's why I go watch all my stuff on the dark web, dude. Just dark web,
Next,
dude.
just
Find it all.
scrolling on the dark web.
The dirty dark web.
That was great. We appreciated this tune so much. It was good to finally see it. Again, we'll link everything in the description below. Be sure and like, follow, subscribe so we can make more of these for you guys. Check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/wearethetelevision, and go eat some meat. Go have a bender. Go have a meat bender. On us. Dude, on us.
On us? Well, I don't know about that. You know,
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Television.